I'm at the CNE Skateboard Championships. They've been going on ever since the X started, but tomorrow is the final day. They start at 9:30, they end at 5, and we thought you'd like a preview of what's going on down here.
Okay, a half and half, or a 50-50 here, and a half elbow stand, half handstand.
Hi Steve, I'd like everybody to know that you were last year's high jump champ. Before we begin talking about what's going on here, Steve Ivertson. There are several events that you have to enter if you want to win the overall competition. Is that right?
That's right.
What are they?
Well, there's slalom, there's high jump, 360s, and then the freestyle event. Now, they range in points in different areas, so the more points you accumulate, so if you win the freestyle, which is usually more points, you have a slighter advantage. I should say a slight advantage. And then other events tally other points, so the more events you win, the better chance you have of winning the overall championship.
You know, skateboarding has just taken off, as we're seeing here today, hasn't it? I mean, I don't remember skateboard competitions a few years back, and I understand they're even thinking of putting it into the Olympics.
This is true. Actually, skateboarding started in 1961 with the California surfers just trying to do some surfing on dry land. Then it died out in the 60s, the early 60s, because of safety reasons. They had hard clay wheels. They were not very safe at all. And then the evolution of the urethane wheel came around in about 1970, 1971, and for roller skates, which then evolved into skateboards, and the sport's just taken off from there. Right now, it's just starting to taper off from a fad. Now it's starting to level off and go into its sport. It's becoming like a tennis or a golf sport, and it'll have its high points and its low points for different years.
Well, gee, the people that have entered here, I guess I can't call them all kids, are really great. But I've never heard of a skateboard teacher. Seems to me the kind of thing you learn on your own, and then you start really, you know, working your craft to a fine point.
This is true. For some reason, I don't know why, Canadians haven't adapted to taking lessons like camps or schools or whatever. It's very big in England. There's a lot of camps, a lot of training schools, and in other European countries. And like the sport is worldwide, so that's what's really good about it. We've got an international sport. It's just like the Olympics.
But you know something? I don't think I want my daughter to skateboard.
Why not?
I guess because I still have that hangover about she's going to hurt herself. I mean, I know you've got this. I know you wear knee pads. But you can still take some dandy headers, can't you?
That's true, but like actually you go through a stage of progression. You start off, and if you can't ride a skateboard, you're going to fall off very few times because it's getting on the board's the problem in the first place. But after you progress, you learn how to fall, just like in martial arts, like judo or karate. You learn how to fall. I jumped a Chev Corvette the other day here, and I fell off my board, and I got up, didn't have a scrape. It's just because through my learning in skateboarding, I've learned how to fall as well as do.
You're going to jump over me. You're not going to fall on me, I trust.
No problem.
Let's have a look at the boards you brought, though, because I know each one is for a different thing. I mean, look at the difference in length, never mind weight.
Right. Well, first of all, this is a freestyle board. It's a light board. It's good maneuverability, and it's short, so you don't have any problem getting it around in tricks where you're spinning the board around.
But then it costs a lot of money, that one?
That's about $125. That's not really that expensive.
Well, how much is this one?
Well, this is close to about $280. This is my own board. I made it myself. It's a high jump board. There's only two like it in the world. It's made out of magnesium aluminum, and it weighs about 20 pounds, as you see.
Have I got a slalom board here?
Yes, this is a slalom board. And the idea of this board, as you can see, is cut away at the front, cut away at the back to allow maximum wheel clearance when the board is being turned. And also it has maximum flexibility to give extra pumping power going through the cones.
So if a mother wanted her kid to have all the proper equipment, good board, good pads, good head, crash helmet, what kind of money are we talking? Into tennis almost?
Well, you're talking nearly skiing. You're $200, close to $300 sometimes.
Gee, well, thank you very much, Steve. Okay. We're going to go now and you're going to jump over me.
All right.
When working the big ramp, we'll pirouette on the board, put it down with a 180, well done.
Is he coming at me? I haven't even got the courage to look. Well, I can hear it. Hey, beautiful.